I thought I'd do a super quick demo of where I've got to with a Vulkan sort of rendering engine and the Rogue type game. If I just run it first, you can see, probably see this on YouTube. The kind of there's a post-processing CRT effect on it, which is kind of running under the UI. You could run it on top of the UI if you wanted, but that'd be a bit weird. Yeah, because it's kind of some sort of basic lighting. It's not real lighting, it's just based on the map and visibility. Discovery of sort of line of sight stuff. Yeah, if you walk into a wall, it shudders, and there's some basic kind of UI on here as well now, so you can see what you're doing. Yeah, so that's that. I'll quickly show what's going on. I'm going to change the name from render group, completely the wrong name now. However, you build a scene, you have your scene, and you build a scene with a scene builder. You can add sort of render, I've called them render groups to begin with, and we're not really that, but they are things that have got a geometry model and shaders, etc. Post-processors, they're things I've kind of built in, but you could add your own. That's like the CRT. I've just got one, which is the CRT one at the moment, but I'll put various types in. And you can add a user interface, and I've added a user interface called Game Overlay. Yeah, so it uses templates for that. I guess I could use macros, but I never really like the sort of syntax of macros. I think they look hideous. I think that looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, if I quick look at the bits and pieces, the game render group. Yeah, this is how it works. Basically, give the Vulkan warnings. There's quite a lot of the moment. I'm not cleaning up after a bunch of refactor. Anywho, game render group. Essentially, it gets created with one of these, a little factory method, and you can see here me configuring the group with some shaders, textures, how I want my sampler to work. I want this to render to an off-screen image, which will feed into the post-processor. There's actually, I can actually work this out now. I could back through the sort of chain of the scene and figure out when to create images that need rendering to and when to push them to the swap chain. So I'll do that at some point. It's probably not needed for this, however. And finally, the game overlay. I'm using dear ImGui, which everybody seems to use. I've not used it before, but it seems to work quite nicely. And essentially, you can implement one of these user interface providers, and that's what you give to the scene back here. And all that really does is return sort of render user interface and return it. So super quick demo, super simple. But it's letting me, having churned through all all this stuff to make it work. It's pretty easy to write the game now, and the scene contains the game logic as well. So yeah, that's it really. Hopefully that's interesting, and yeah, I'll keep working on this. I'm just doing a rogue game because I wanted something simple to kind of experiment with and get Vulkan working. But really I wanted a sort of little cross-platform engine I could use to do my Starship Tactics game, which is probably what I'll do next. But I've got a list of project ideas as long as my arm, so we'll see what happens. That's it. Thank you.